The Beastmaster subclass is good for those who want to have a constant animal companion under their control backing them up. Immediately upon taking it, you get Ranger's Companion at level 3. You get to choose a CR 1/4 creature, no more than medium size, to be your companion. You're able to add your proficiency modifier to its AC, attack rolls, damage rolls, and saving throws. Its hit point maximum can be 4 times your Ranger level. The companion acts on your initiative and you can use an action to command it to attack, with more benefits as you level up, like being able to use an extra attack. An alternative to this feature is Primal Companion, which is by far the better pick in my opinion. You get to choose a swimming, walking, or flying companion with these stat blocks. You don't even have to waste an action in combat commanding it, as it now only takes a bonus action. If your beast dies, you can just use a level 1 spell slot to bring it back to full health in only a minute, instead of having to wait 8 hours. At 7th level, you get Exceptional Training, which just lets your pet's attacks become magical, and it's now able to dash, disengage, or help with a bonus action. 11th level gives you Bestial Fury, and you can now make your beast attack twice instead of once with your bonus action. And finally, at 15th level, you have Share Spells, which lets you target your pet along with yourself at the same time with self-targeting spells, like Shield or Detect Magic. Overall, just get the Primal Companion, man. It'll save you a ton of headaches and won't cripple your character. Fey Wanderer is a subclass that is centered around being backed up by an Archfey. Its vibe is a little bit more lighthearted. At level 3, you get Dreadful Strikes, which is just an extra 1d4 damage once per turn. This increases at level 11. You also get Fey Wanderer Magic, which gives you access to 5 additional spells as you level up all the way to 17, along with some flavorful Feywild gifts, which add a neat aesthetic to the character. And level 3 just keeps on giving with otherworldly glamour. This feature gives you a bonus to charisma checks, letting you add your wisdom modifier to them as well. You can also gain proficiency in deception, performance, or persuasion. Level 7 makes it easier for you to spread out your charm and frighten spells with Beguiling Twist. You get advantage to not being charmed or frightened, and whenever an enemy succeeds against being charmed or frightened by you, you're able to target another creature to make the same save. At level 11, you have Fey Homies backing you up with Fey Reinforcements. You know the spell Summon Fey and are able to cast it once per long rest. If you have some prep time before combat, you can cast it without needing concentration. And your final feature at level 15 gives some more maneuverability with Misty Wanderer. You can cast Misty Step without the need for a spell slot. This can be done a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. What makes this feature big is that it acts as a mini dimension door because you're able to bring one willing creature along with you. It fits the hop, skip, and jump vibe of the Fey, while still making you feel strong. Gloom Stalker is good if your playstyle involves hiding, waiting to ambush, and pouncing on your enemies. At level 3, you get access to some spells the more you level up, with a focus on maneuvering, deception, and stealth. You also get one of the key features of this subclass called Dread Ambusher. You get a bonus to your initiative rolls and a big boon to your first round in combat. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet, and you can make one additional attack for free and deal an extra 1d8 damage if that attack hits. Level 3 also gives you Umbral Sight, which is 60 feet of dark vision, or just improves dark vision's range if you already have it. Level 7 amps up your saving throws with Iron Mind. You get proficiency in wisdom saving throws, and if you already have it, you can get proficiency in intelligence or charisma saves. Level 11 makes it easier for you to get good and hit your shots. Once per turn, when you miss a weapon attack, you can make another weapon attack for free as part of the same action. Your final feature makes it a bit harder for your enemies to land a shot on you. If an enemy makes an attack on you and doesn't have advantage, you can use your reaction to make them flinch and have disadvantage on it. You gotta do this before you know if the shot hits you or not. This is a good subclass for a strong first turn, and is seen as one of the top classes in this list. Horizon Walker is for space fans, and its aesthetic focuses on being in contact with other planes and portals to them. 3rd level nets you these spells centered around amping, protecting, and movement, along with a feature called Detect Portal, which does exactly what it sounds like it does. Detects a planar portal within a mile of you. 3rd level also gives a buff to your damage with Planar Warrior. Once you mark a creature with a bonus action, the next time you hit it with a weapon, it takes extra force damage. This increases at level 11. You get the Plane Hop at level 7 with Ethereal Step. You're able to cast the Etherealness spell without using a spell slot, but lose it when your turn ends. Level 11 gives you a little pep in your step when firing. When you use the attack action, you can teleport 10 feet before each attack to an unoccupied space you can see. If you attack 2 different creatures with the action, you can make an additional attack against the 3rd one. Your final feature makes you Toughest Planes with Spectral Defense, and lets you use your reaction to give yourself resistance to all of the damage of an attack that hits you. I think it successfully fits the vibe of phasing in and out of reality mid-combat. Hunter is the most new player-friendly class on the list, and focuses on fighting techniques. At each level, you get a choice between multiple fighting styles. Level 3 gives you Hunter's Prey, and you get 3 choices: dealing some extra damage to enemies that have already been tagged with Colossus Slayer, Giant Killer, which lets you make an attack against a large creature that misses you as a reaction, and finally, Horde Breaker, which spreads out your damage with being able to hit 2 creatures standing side by side instead of 1, but only once per turn. You gain some defensive boons at 7th level with Defensive Tactics, and you get the following 3 options. Escape the Horde. Opportunity attacks against you are are made with disadvantage, multi-attack defense, which allows you to increase your AC by 4 for each attack made by the same creature against you after the first one, and finally, Steel Will, that allows you to have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. At level 11, you get area of effect damage amp choices for both ranged and melee. Volley allows you to make an attack against each creature you choose within a 10-foot radius, and Whirlwind attack lets you make a melee attack against each creature within 5 feet of you. Your final feature at level 15 nets you some evasive maneuvers, and you get 3 choices, 2 of them just being rogue features. Evasion lets you take half damage when you fail a dexterity save, or no damage if you succeed it. Stand Against the Tide allows you to make a creature target something else if it misses you with an attack. And finally, Uncanny Dodge, which allows you to have the damage of a weapon attack that hits you. A classic subclass, no nonsense, it just gives you choices that passively make you better. Monster Slayer is good for targeted focus fire on a quarry you've been tracking for ages, especially spellcasters. At level 3, it gives you spells that focus on both humanoids, banishments, and monsters. You also gain an ability to gauge a monster's capabilities with Hunter's Sense. You get to know the creature's immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities. You can do this a limited number of times though. You also get a mini Hunter's Mark called Slayer's Prey, which lets you mark a target and have it take an extra d6 of damage per turn from you. You get some bonuses to your saving throws at level 7 with Supernatural Defense. The creature you marked with your Slayer's Prey has a harder time landing spells or grappling you, letting you add a d6 to the save or grapple check. At level 11, you lean more into negating mage's spells with Magic User's Nemesis. You can make a creature roll a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC when it casts a spell within 60 feet of you, and if they fail, their spell is foiled. Your final feature makes it insanely difficult for you to fail a saving throw. You get Slayer's Counter at level 15, and if your Slayer's Prey target has you make a saving throw, you can use your reaction to shoot them, and if your shot or attack hits, you automatically succeed the saving throw. It's a good subclass for figuring out enemies and leans into mage slaying halfway through. Swarmkeeper is a subclass for the little critter enjoyers out there. It lets you control swarms of insects, fey, birds, and things of the like. You get your first critter friends at level 3 with Gathered Swarm. You get to choose the look of your swarm from the table or by your choice. And once on your turns, your swarm can help you out in a number of ways after you hit a creature with an attack. They can deal extra damage, push the creature 15 feet away, or move you by 5 feet horizontally. You also get Swarmkeeper Magic, which features Fey and insect-style spells. You get some airtime at level 7 with Riding Tide. You gain a flying speed of 10 feet for 1 minute with a bonus action. Your swarm grows bigger with Mighty Swarm at level 11. This feature adds more features to the Gathered Swarm effect. Increases your swarm damage from a d6 to a d8, can knock a creature prone after they fail a save, and when you're moved by the swarm, you gain half cover until your next turn. Your final feature at level 15 is Swarming Dispersal, making you tougher at receiving damage. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to make yourself resistant to it. Afterwards, you can teleport up to 30 feet away. This is sorta like Beastmaster, where you technically have animals helping you out, but they aren't actually there or on the map mechanically. Drakewarden is another pet class that focuses on taking care of your Drake ally. You gain some Draconic-centric benefits at level 3 with Draconic Gift, letting you learn the Thaumaturgy cantrip and the Draconic language. The main feature of level 3 gives you your good boy Drake, called Drake Companion. You can summon it with a bonus action and take a bonus action to make it attack on its initiative. Here's the stat block. The Drake scales up as you level up. Your Drake gets a huge buff at level 7 with Bond of Fang and Scale. Your Drake gains a flying speed and gains the following benefits, increasing its size, damage, and resistance to the damage type you choose in the Draconic Essence table. You then literally get a breath weapon attack at level 11 with Drake's Breath. You or your Drake get to exhale a 30-foot cone breath and have your enemies make a dexterity saving throw. If they fail, they take 8d6 damage. This increases to 10d6 at level 15. You get the max reputation with your Drake at level 15 with Perfected Bond. It gets 3 new benefits. Your Drake's bite attacks deal an additional 1d6 damage for a total of 2d6 extra damage. Its size increases to large and can fly with you mounted onto it. And finally, you can choose to give you or your Drake resistance to the damage you take while you're 30 feet within each other. And that is all the Ranger subclasses. Let me know which subclass you want me to do next, and I may do it. Subscribe for more, and to whoever's still watching, have a good one.